'Cause you know I'm so humble. I'm so humble. I'm so humble. I'm so humble. I'm a superstar. I kick down the door. Got the money.
What's going on, people, and welcome to my second freestyle video, guys. I have to say thank you for all the positive comments and stuff on the first ever freestyle. Kind of like a brainstorming session between me and you. Of course, my brainstorming session being the video, and the comment section being for you guys to express your opinion on this whole thought here. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer at first. The topic at hand, it's not something that is guaranteed to happen. It's just us kind of like thinking stuff out. You know, you guys getting a little bit closer into how I think about certain topics and stuff like that, and you being able to express your opinion on it. Now, before I get started with today's topic, I do want to give a major shout out to my boys over at BGST. You know, Next Gen 720, Tim Dog, Crap Gamer, K Mega. For people who don't know, I will be joining them on a weekly basis. So every Sunday, I will be in on BGST, which stands for Big Gamers Small Talk. If you've been living under a rock and you don't know about the show. Guys, thank you so much for taking a chance on me and bringing me in as a regular. I really do appreciate it. I've been watching BGST ever since I started on YouTube, and like they were a big motivation of mine all the way through my what I've been doing on YouTube in terms of my channel. Not a lot of people, a lot of people don't know, but Next Gen 720 is actually the first person to ever give me a thumbs up on a video. My very first video, my very first thumbs up was from Next Gen, and that's the type of thing that I remember. I remember that what people go out and do for me and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate it. For today's topic, everybody has been talking about the Nintendo Switch, right? And as you can see, I'm going Sega Vintage for this freestyle. I am going into Sonic 3 back compat on Xbox, but everybody's been talking about the Nintendo Switch. People have been saying how much they love it. People have been saying how much they hate it. But either way, it's been on, the word Switch has been on everybody's lips. Nintendo has been on everybody's mind since the Switch presentation. Now, it looks like Nintendo is going into an awkward space, right? When you look at it, because if you look at the Switch, if you're like me, you basically see a tablet that can plug into your TV. And Nintendo has been, they've been marketing the portability of this thing a lot, but they don't want you to call it a handheld, or they keep trying to push console. And I think there's a reason for that, which we'll get into a little bit later. But when we look at the Switch, portable design, tablet, all that good stuff, and there's a lot of Nintendo fans out there that wanted a more traditional system. I think there's a reason why they went this way, because for the last year or so, I have been getting this rumor going around, right, that Microsoft and Nintendo are talking about getting Nintendo exclusives onto the Xbox platform. Now, any other generation, this would be absolutely asinine, right? There's a couple things that lead me to think a little bit different. Now, the first thing is this rumor keeps popping up, all right? Usually something as outlandish as that doesn't really get the time of day for too long. So this thing, has kept going around in circles for a long time now, and it won't die. So that shows me there's at least some type of credibility to this. All right. The second thing is the unveiling of the Switch. This thing is a portable device, and even though Nintendo doesn't want you to say it right now, it's not necessarily a console. It is a portable device that you can plug into your TV. So if you're Nintendo, and you're deciding that you're going to streamline your hardware just to be portable, right? Microsoft comes up to you and says, "Hey, why not strike a deal with us to get your get your exclusives onto the Xbox platform and sell software there? you're dealing with mostly portable right now. You're not really in that hardcore kind of like traditional console market. So why not sell, your first party stuff on our platform? And then not only that, but since it's Microsoft, it's also Windows. All right, so Microsoft would actually give Nintendo a chance to sell their software in two different platforms. You have Windows on PC and you have the Xbox console. Um, if Nintendo is streamlining strictly to portable, right? This would be a really good idea. Not only would you be getting the profits from your portable hardware and the games that go with that, but you'll also be able to sell the software on two different platforms with the Windows on PC and the Xbox, and you would increase revenue. You would sell more software. And guys, like I said before, when these companies are in the gaming industry, their profits come from software. Now, Nintendo's a little bit different. Nintendo, they sell their hardware at they don't sell their hardware at a loss. They make money per unit sold on their hardware. So this is even more revenue in the long run for them if you think about it. And I don't know. Any other generation, like I said, this would be like pretty much ludicrous. Like you wouldn't even think about this, but in this generation and how kind of strange it's been. I mean, we have mid life cycle upgrades to consoles that are more powerful, like significantly more powerful. It's a generation like we've never seen before. So when you think about this, you can't really think in the traditional sense anymore because it's more like an anything goes type thing. So that's the only reason why I'm giving this any type of thought is because this generation has been kind of crazy. But it makes sense to me because, like I said, Nintendo. I think what they're gonna do is eventually kill off the 3DS. I know they said they're not gonna do that now, but they've said stuff before and they've done it. Companies do that all the time. They say something and then in all actuality, uh, it would be more beneficial for them to go against what they said. And I really feel like they are gonna kind of do away with the 3DS over time. I don't think this is gonna happen tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen at all, but it's making more and more sense to me now. Um, Guys, as usual, during this whole brainstorm and stuff like that, as you're watching, definitely hit up the comment section. I want to know how you feel about this. Um, like I said, usually I wouldn't pay this any mind, but the rumors, they're not going away. The rumors that Microsoft and Nintendo are talking are not going away. They've been around for a while, and usually something as over the top, as outlandish as that, has a tendency to go away, rather quickly. So, you have that rumor lingering. You have the Switch coming out with its portable hardware. You have Nintendo kind of dipping into iOS and the cell phone front in terms of games. It's just it's been such a crazy generation all the way around, and anything goes right now. So guys, what do you think? Would this make sense for Nintendo to kind of put their software and I'm saying maybe a select few. I'm not saying absolutely everything, but put their software on the Xbox platform, on the Windows 10 platform, which goes to console and it goes to PC. Excuse me, I muted myself. I had to cough, man. I was getting raspy there. Do you think that something like that could actually happen, especially with this generation being so crazy? Can you see Nintendo kind of streamlining into a more just kind of like powerful portability type thing in terms of their hardware? Because I mean that's what they're doing right now with the Switch. So why wouldn't they take that idea and run with it? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Like I said, would it be a good idea for them to get their software on the Xbox platform? I think it would be awesome if the chance is there, take it. You know, getting a new line of revenue in, in and making more money on a platform that you never made money before, good idea. Good idea, in my opinion. And I just hit a red ball. Whatever. Good idea, in my opinion. And if you're streamlining strictly for, kind of like powerful portable that could plug into your TV as well, that space is going to do its own. It's either going to be successful or it's going to fail, but it's going to do it on its own. It's not going to do it in terms of any kind of like relation to Xbox or PlayStation. So, guys, hit up the comment section. I want to know what you guys think. This is pretty much it for now. So, if you like the topic, you like the gameplay, which, I've been playing Sonic 3 as I've been talking to you guys. So, I don't know. Like I said, if you like the gameplay, like the topic, definitely hit the thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448. And I am definitely signing off.